you on my sound?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Sax Astro. Another derby we have here, under 16 girls, Province A versus Province B. Today with me I have Gerard. Welcome, Gerard.
It's an absolute pleasure to be here. And tell me, how's the day been looking so far?
Wow, we've had actually some crackers. It's been a little derby every game so far, so this is game number 4. We had Boland A versus Boland B girls this morning, first game up. Then Boland A versus Boland B boys. We've just finished with Province A versus Province B boys, and now we're on to Province A versus Province B girls. So it's been quite a busy morning. After this game we have a little bit of a break, and then we've got another 4 games, so all the teams play another game.
That sounds absolutely fantastic. It's great to start off the third term holidays with a bit of hockey before everybody can take a well-deserved rest. The Province B girls are on attack at the moment, playing the ball into the right-hand corner. Still driving down into the circle with a free hit just outside the circle. See if they can capitalize and get a PC. And a long corner to the under 16 Pens girls. Under 16 Pens girls are applying a lot of pressure from the start here, Ant. Do you think that it will last?
Time will tell. We'll have to wait and see. See how well matched these two teams are.
So tell me, Ant, what is your prediction for this game? I do love a little underdog story, so I'm rooting for the Province Pens girls, taking a 2-1 victory.
Yeah, not a bad call. Always nice to see an underdog. We actually chatted about it last night. When the Province Pens were playing against Boland A, which actually ended up 2-2. But I remember back in 2014 at IPT when the Province B men's, so Pen side, actually won the whole IPT men's. So, yeah, your prediction 2-1. Always nice to back an underdog, but I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go 2-1 to the A side.
It's not a bad call, not a bad shot. The Province Pens girls out there fairly nicely at the back, getting turned over by the halfway line, and they're driving down the right-hand touchline. That's a fantastic tackle there by the left half, and wins the free hit out.
If you struggling like we were in the beginning to say which team is which, is the A side is in red tops, and the B side is in blue tops.
The left winger from the Province A side applying a whole lot of pressure. Right half chucks the ball down the byline and goes out, and they win a long corner. The Pen scores with a long corner on the attack. See if they can capitalize on this opportunity. Plays the ball out wide to Alex Wilkins, the captain of the Province girls. With a smash ball that's intercepted by the A-side girls. I think it's an absolutely wonderful opportunity for these girls to be able to represent their province. I know when I was at school, the only reason I wanted to make a province side was to get this fantastic looking kit.
Yeah, it's also really nice that both province and Boland hockey agreed to this. Unfortunately, of course, the proper IPT was cancelled quite a few months ago in the heat of our wave of COVID. But towards the end of that wave, a decision was made that province and Boland would still host this little mini series, which is always nice. At least the kids get to play some hockey, and a saying that you hear all over hockey leagues or clubs or teams is let the kids play, and that's awesome that we get to see the kids playing some hockey, which they love.
Yes, definitely, let the kids play. Kids don't care about a lot, they just want to play the sport they love. The Pens girls recycling the ball nicely, taking the ball out of the ooh, and it's an interception by the A-side girls, driving into the circle, onto her forehand. She still has the ball and is dispossessed by the Pen side girls. And it's double turnover after double turnover, and the A-side girls are driving into the circle. And it's intercepted by the Pen side girls who get the ball out. And the A-side girls with a free hit inside the 25. Showing great intelligence. Get the ball out of the right-hand channel all the way at the back and recycle. Nina Adlam put on a bit of pressure, captain of the A-side girls, all the way from Stellenberg High School in the northern suburbs. Free hit in the left-hand corner. No pressure from the Pens girls at the moment. And intercepted by captain Alex Wilkins. Also from the northern suburbs, plays for Fairmont High School. Can see it's a tightly contested affair with coach Louise Conradi commanding instructions to be followed from the touchline. And it's an interception by the A-side girls with a little clip that's intercepted. And the B-side girls take the ball out onto the left-hand channel and win a free hit. Take a bit of the pressure off, win a free hit.
Yeah, both teams are still trying to suss each other out here. One or two mistakes here or there, but teams are not really connecting as well as they should just yet. But that's normal in the first few minutes of a game. It's who takes their chances and who connects in that final third that makes the difference.
I also think nerves play a huge part in this affair. For some of these girls, it's the first time that they are pulling that province top over their heads. So playing with the dizer on your chest also brings on a lot of pressure, and the team who copes with the pressure the most will ultimately be the team that does the best in this affair.
Nice little aerial into space. Collected by the A-side player, turns inside. Makes a connection with her teammate, drives it into the D, but the defender's up to the challenge.
And clears to the right-hand touchline. You know what has impressed me the most is this Pen side goals. Their tenacity in defense, always willing to put the stick in, always ready to get down and dirty, get into the tackles to make sure that their side does not concede a PC and ultimately concede a goal.
I think that's what most Pen sides are renowned for, is that they just show every heart, every grit, every determination that they can. And that's what makes them hard to beat. A team that is willing to get down in the trenches and dig deep is the one that's hard to beat. And that's every Pen side that plays for province. Little chance here, keeping the ball in the D.
Number 4, Amy Smith, keeps the ball.
As a coach, you don't really want your team to, once you're in the D, to stay in the D. You don't really want to go out the D because then you've actually taken your opportunity away. But now they have gone back into the D and they have won a short corner, so let's see what they can do.
The A-side girls with their first short corner of the match hit the Province Pens girls' foot. Let's see what they can muster out in this high pressure situation. Amy Smith with the ball, the injector. Let's see if they can capitalize on this opportunity. Push, stop, flick, and a trap, and cleared by the goalkeeper. Nina Adlam, captain of the Province A side, trying to win another short corner, and it's a free hit out for the Province Pens girls. And tell me, as a coach, what is your advice for any left half playing? Because left half is always the player that's always put under the most amount of pressure, like in that situation we just saw.
Yeah, so there's a few aspects. Number one, you need to get your feet in right, so that you have your vision going forward already, that you know what's coming. Pre-scanning is your next thing, so knowing where your opposition is and also of course where your teammates are. But most importantly, I think, is just composure. If you don't have composure at left back and you put under all amounts of pressure, then unfortunately you're probably going to see a few cracks coming. So it's all about just keeping calm, knowing your next result, but also setting your body up that you can go forward and know what your next things are.
And tell me, what is your philosophy in terms of defense and attack? Do you believe attack is the best form of defense? The team that scores the most goals will ultimately be the team that wins? Or do you believe the team with that defense better will ultimately be the team that wins?
Well, a little bit of both. You score more goals than the opposition, you win. But also you keep the ball, or you don't let the opposition score as many goals as you, then you also win. So a little bit of both. Some coaches will say just go out, score as many goals as you can, and don't worry about defense. And other coaches go and, let's say, I mean, in soccer terms or football terms, whatever you want to call it, you have the old Chelsea Jose Mourinho park the bus, and that was we won't concede, and then we'll counter attack and score when we can. So it's all up to the coach, and yeah, I'm a firm believer of both. So go out there, score more goals than the opposition, but also be aware that you need to keep the ball away from the opposition so they can't score, so that you do have more goals than them.
Like the modern day Atletico Madrid under Diego Simeone.
There we go.
The Province Penside goals with a free hit. Is that just inside the 25? A wonderful bit of skill. They're driving into a bit of traffic. No free hit as of yet. The umpire awards a free hit. No, and what has impressed me the most in this first chukker is we all know that every player doesn't like an umpire, but all of these goals have showed tremendous amount of respect to the umpires. Umpires do their jobs, players do their jobs, and at the moment it's a happy affair for all parties involved.
Always a difficult situation, or always a difficult thing to chat about, but yeah, as players we are of course under the control of the umpires, and of course umpires don't get everything right, or we think they don't get everything right, in the sense that we might, as players, mistrap a ball. They might miss 1 or 2 feet. But yes, like you said, it's played in the right spirit at the moment. But Gerard, with 2 minutes now in this chucker break, from both sides or both coaches, what are you saying to your team to get them riled up, or what pointers are you trying to get across going into the second chucker?
So for every player that I've coached that's going to listen, who's listening now, I like to say that I like to chat a lot, but in this 2 minutes you only have, it's basically 60 seconds, because players take 30 seconds just to get into the team chat. So 1 or 2 points, get them across, get the girls and the boys motivated to play again, and ultimately, if they can start the next chucker with high energy and high motivation, hopefully spot a little crack in the opposition team and take advantage of that. So for me, it's press hard 2 minutes, and if we lose the ball, just sprint back to the house. The house meaning top D. If you protect top D, they can't play through there. See Coach Bianca with no board, just trying to motivate the team with a lot of gesticulars and using a lot of hand motions. And then we have a complete opposite affair with Coach Louise Conradi with the board, and is explaining and commanding her authority, and she needs instructions to be met. So for everybody who has played under Louise, you'll know that she's very fair, and she's also very, very hard. So you got to do what you got to do, and then you got to do what she wants you to do and get put in the hard yards, and then you'll have a fantastic relationship with the coach. You can see the province A-side girls are motivated, sprinting back into position. The B-side girls, the Penn side girls, just taking a moment to breathe and relax, taking in the instruction, walking into their positions as they are starting the second chucker with the ball. We can hear Coach Louise shouting from the side that the team's got to go, they got to go press and turn over ball so they can get the ball and quickly attack and look to get an early advantage in the second chucker. But the Penn side girls are up for the challenge, and they're almost into the left-hand corner, intercepted by the Province A side right back. And the A side win a free hit out. Can take a moment to breathe. And what I have never seen happen a lot especially at under 16 level, is the overheads. The aerial balls from an under 16 girl team is most of the time non-existent. That is, I think, the 4th overhead that I've seen from this A-side girls, really using that aerial ball to their advantage.
Just shows you how far the skills have come from the girls. A few years ago you wouldn't see overheads, and now it's actually coached.
That's a wonderful bit of play by Amy Smith. Got the ball into the circle. She went binner, then she went baiter, then she said see you later. Almost got a PC. And the umpire gave a long corner to the A-side girls.
I have never heard that one, Gerard. That was absolutely amazing.
Have you never heard a better binner baiter, see you later?
My day.
Yes, and I know we are in the southern suburbs at the moment, where Afrikaans is a bit foreign, but where I come from in the northern suburbs, that is the only medium that is allowed. So for all the viewers at home, please enjoy a wonderful bit of Afrikaans whenever I get too excited and the airtime of the English runs out. A-side girls on attack with a tremendous ball into the circle. Amy Smith on the ball again with a pass around and wins a penalty corner. That was a critical position for the Penn side girls to be in, to intercept that ball from the Province A side girls, number 4, Amy Smith. And then ultimately conceding a PC right at the end there. And Captain Alex Wilkins asked the umpire what she saw there, and the umpires are now getting together, having a quick chat, seeing if the umpire on the far side saw something that the umpire on the near side did not see. And the call is penalty corner. Goal's got a face with PC. And it goes push, stop, and a slip right. Very good defense from the Pens goals. Unfortunately conceding another PC. Ball hit the foot. Umpire gives another PC. Re-award for the A-side goals. Hold up. Here's a turn of events. The A-side goals are going to inject from the other side of the circle. There's a lot of things we saw today. Overheads and injecting from the other side. And do you think this might be in light of the recent under 11, under 12 PSI nationals? Because in indoor, you inject from the wrong side, if you want to call it like that.
Most of the time, yeah. Yeah, I mean, trying something different. What could have happened as well is these two teams have been practicing against each other, or practicing with each other at the same Astro, and putting out something different that the two teams haven't seen. So trying to catch somebody off guards. Nice little pocket into the middle of the field. Unfortunately, the A side just missed the tackle. B side still trying to get the ball out. Transfer it to the left hand side of the field. High pressure coming. And there comes the turnover. Oh, miscommunication between the two A players, and the B side's actually got the ball. Working her way forward. Tries to spit it out, but gives it back to the A side players. Another turnover. It's just a lot of double turnovers, triple turnovers.
I think the girls are just excited to play a bit of hockey again. So whenever they win the ball, they just want to run, and then most of the time that leads to running into traffic. This is a fantastic
nice
clip into the circle and a shoot. What a save by the goalkeeper. Penn's goalkeeper is on fire in this cold weather.
Another great save by Jade.
Captain to take the ball, take some control of the game. And the A-side girls win a free hit inside the 25 on the line. Intercepted by captain of the Penn side. And they carry the ball into traffic. It's turnover. Turnover after turnover after turnover. It's an end-to-end stuff. Just as you think the game is settling down, it just keeps on speeding up. And another free hit to the A-side girls inside the 25 on the touchline. Good old stuck in the corner. Very intelligent to get the ball out, and that is a fantastic bit of skill keeping the backstick on the ground.
Little breakaway here from the B side.
Sienna Grace on the ball, driving down that right hand touchline. It looks from here if she had a slip. Everything looks good. Everybody are friends again. Umpire asks, is she okay? And they get a long corner, if I'm not mistaken. A free hit. Free hit inside the 25 for the younger viewers at home. If there's a hit inside the 25, the ball has to travel 5 meters before it may enter the circle. And both teams have to be 5 meters away from the hit. That means defenders and attackers. And it's once again another aerial ball into space. Kira on the ball, driving down that left-hand touchline, going one-handed to see if she has more pace. Does very well. Gets stuck in a situation, then arcing out. On the right foot, hits the ball and hits captain of the Province A-side girls' foot. Nina Adlam couldn't get out the way quick enough. So tell me, Ant, what is the absolute perfect condition to play hockey in? For me, in my opinion, this is my favorite weather to play in, because you can run and you can run and you can run, and the colder weather just cools you down as you're heating up.
Yeah, again, like you said, in your opinion, it's all about preference. Each person likes their own preference and has their preference. I agree with you. It needs to be nice and cold so that your core temperature stays low, and that means that your focus can be a little bit longer. Some people love playing in the rain. I actually also don't mind it. It's good fun. But the heat is always not that great. Everything becomes a bit sticky. The ball actually gets stuck on the Astro because of the friction. So this is awesome. It's been raining this morning, so the turf is nice and wet. And what's also nice is the temperature now has dropped, so your core temperature is definitely going to stay low, which means your concentration can stay low.
A-side player Emily Besaidano driving with the ball. Driving all the way into the 25, into the circle, lays off a pass. Can they capitalize? And goalkeeper Jade is having a phenomenal game in goals. Yes, and like you said, playing in the rain, you enjoy it. I come here to play hockey. I don't want to play slip and slide. And the Penside goals with a free hit inside the 25 and wins a penalty corner. Defender of the Province A-side goals wasn't 5. Reiterating back to my previous point, both teams need to be 5 yards away, and at the level of hockey that we are seeing today, the umpires have to be more strict than they are at schools. So even though this is the first infringement, a deliberate breakdown of play causes the penalty corner. Let's see if the Penside girls can capitalize on this opportunity to go 1-0 up. Captain Alex Wilkin on the ball to inject. Is it going to be a push and a stop and a flick, or will it be a variation? Fantastic stuff by the first wave runner. Clears the ball, intercepted by the Penside girls, and they distribute the ball wide. Alex on the ball. Unfortunately, that was a taster. And the Penside girls have the ball again, and they're trying to drive into the circle. That is a wonderful tackle. Both hands down on the turf. Indoor tackle on the outdoor field. And what has impressed me the most is A-side girls showing a lot of intelligence and a lot of patience, getting the ball in one corner of the field and getting the ball all the way out to recycle and switch the play.
Yeah, that comes with a little bit of experience. So you can see some of these girls have played at the top level, which they are playing now for a few games or a few years even. And it is good to see that their patience is there. Some players, boys and girls, they get so excited that it's just get the ball, okay, we're going to score a goal now. And they get the ball again, and then, okay, we're going to go score again. But they understand now that there's 15 minutes in a chukka, and you only need to score one, maybe even only two in that whole chukka. Not try and score 15 goals, one a minute. It's not going to happen. So it's good to see the composure, and now the Pens are trying to build up on the right-hand side. Unfortunately, that pass goes astray. 16 to the A side.
We hockey coaches like to use the term trust the process. Trust the process and the goals will come. The Penside girls are ramping up the heat, applying a full press, and they turn over ball. Number 16 Zara Lee on the ball to Kiara Williams. Gives a crash ball down the field, intercepted. That is a crunching tackle by Emma Clark. Can see the